Hello there. What happens if you've got a car, a battery charger and a jump pack and you take a risk that doesn't pay off? Well, the battery charger makes a strange popping noise, stops working, and now we've got to try and fix it. Welcome to CarSpyTV. Right, this is the charger in question. It's a Ring 8 amp smart charger, specifically the RSC808, and if we plug it in, we can see that the screen is completely blank. The power button isn't doing anything either, so there's no sign of life whatsoever. The question is why? What went wrong? Well, I was trying to charge the battery in this Vauxhall Corsa, this one here, but that battery wasn't just flat, it was very, very flat. There was hardly any voltage whatsoever. As the battery's voltage was so low, the charger refused to accept it was connected to it, even though it was via these clips, and therefore it refused to charge, and that's not unusual with a smart charger. Often, the battery has to have a minimum voltage for the charger to charge. A potential workaround in such scenarios is to increase the voltage of the car battery by connecting it to another battery, such as this little 9-volt one we have here. This, in theory, increases the voltage of the car battery enough for the charger to recognise it and do its thing, but I didn't reach for this little 9-volter. I reached for this more powerful jump pack instead, and I suspect that overloaded the charger and blew it up. Oops. So let's take the charger apart and see if we can fix it, and for that we need a special type of screwdriver. It has to be a medium-sized Phillips screwdriver, it has to have a black handle, and it has to be precisely 21.2 centimetres long. Perfect. So let's get the back of the charger off. It's held in place by 6 screws, of which I've now removed 5. They're down there. And of course, the fact the charger isn't working is in no way a reflection of the quality of the product, because actually I think it's pretty good. It's simply that I took a gamble and lost. Anyway, what do you think the chances are that we can fix this thing? I would say slim, but let's try anyway. So there's the inside of the charger, and at the bottom there we got a big green printed circuit board. So can we spot any obvious issues? Well, I can't see or smell any obvious sign of burning, and the capacitors, those I can see anyway, look in decent condition. They haven't swollen up, but to do a thorough inspection we're going to have to remove that printed circuit board so we can have a look at the other side. Right. Actually, let's tidy up first so we don't lose things and get confused. So these are the 6 screws that hold the back in place, and we'll pop those in there. And from what I can see so far, there are 3 more screws that hold the printed circuit board in place. And what I'm hoping here is that there's no serious damage to this unit. I'm hoping we've simply blown a fuse. And if so, there's a chance we can simply solder a new fuse onto the printed circuit board and have a working charger again, which would be nice, because I don't really fancy buying a new one if I don't have to. Oh, that last screw's in a slightly awkward place. Come on now, out you come. There we go. Now, is that it? Will the circuit board now lift out? Yes, it is coming out, but we've got to be careful here not to cause any additional damage by pulling on components that don't want to be pulled on. I'm thinking about these wires here, for example. That's the positive and negative from the mains. Right, so let's have a look at the other side of the circuit board, where we have the screen at the top there. And it's very hard to tell just by looking at these things whether there's anything obviously wrong, but well, Nothing looks like it's been on fire, does it? Which is a good start. So, where on earth is the fuse? I think we found it. I'll show you. So, if we look down here in this corner near the positive and negative wires, we see FS1 written in very small letters on the circuit board. FS stands for fuse. Specifically, it's referring to this black cylinder-shaped component adjacent. And written on that component, and indeed on the circuit board here, it says T3.115A250V, which is the specification of a fuse. So yes, that's the bit we're looking for. So, assuming that fuse has in fact blown, and assuming there's no other damage, replacing the fuse should fix the charger, and that means we need to find a new one in the extensive CarSpyTV parts department. Well, that's handy. We need a soldering iron as well to remove the fuse and fit the new one. That needs to be plugged in, of course, and we can do that up there. What else do we need? Magnifying lenses, so I've got half a chance to see what I'm doing, and this wooden ball to protect the carpet. Right, the soldering iron is now hot, so let's have a go. And we've got to be very careful to remove the correct component here, otherwise we're just making extra work. This is very tricky to see, particularly with the camera slightly in the way. But nonetheless, we shall persist, and we'll get there. So there's the old fuse successfully removed, and we can see how small that is relative to the pen. And now we'll solder in the new fuse. Something like that. That's one contact. Let's do the other. There we go. That looks about right. Maybe not. Actually, we need a bit more solder on that one. And there's the new fuse fully installed. So let's put the charge back together and see if it works. But to be honest, I'm not optimistic. So let's test the charger on this Mazda to see if it works. We need to connect that to there. Plug it in. Where's the plug gone? Oh, there it is. Cross your fingers. And nothing at all on the screen there. No response. So that could be defined as an epic fail. If you'd like to see me break and then fail to repair other battery chargers, subscribe to CarSpyTV, because I could break one a week. Maybe more. As always, you're also welcome to visit CarSpyTV.com if you'd like a look around there, to click like on this video and have your say in the comment section. And while you do those things, I'm going to the shops to buy a new charger. Bye.